Hey, welcome back to Red Viking Hobbies. Today we're doing the REDCAT Wendigo, and I'm showing you a pile of rocks and stumps that I'm going to be using to build my crawler course. But let's get into this video. It's an exciting car. I really like it. Hey, welcome back to Red Viking Hobbies. This is John. Today we have the REDCAT Wendigo, a mythological creature from the, how do you say, I guess the north of the Great Plains, all the way, below the Arctic, from the, trying to think of the name of it now, but the First Nations, the Inuit people. I'm not sure I got that name right, so apologies. But the Wendigo is named after the mythological creature that can possess you and turn you into a cannibal and do all these different crazy things. There's actually a picture of it on the box. I'll make sure you get a picture on the screen, but if not, here's what the box looks like. Box is absolutely terrific. Before you unbox it, you'll see every detail you want to know about the car is pretty much stated on the box. I mean, it's just all the way around. It's good. Here we have Nico. Nico, come here. Do you want to say hi to the people, Nico? Here, Nico. Come here. Okay, sit. Good boy. This is Nico, our husky Catahoula mix. And he's going to go off and play, right? Okay, go on. Good boy. Okay, so the body is pretty cool. Lexan body. And then it has a couple guys that are inside there. They got their own navigation system that they're looking at. I'll post pictures of it that are close-up so that you can see it. We scratched up the body, the top on it a bunch when we ran it out, but we were not easy on it. It is a 2 or 3S LiPo, or actually there are NIM settings for it that you can set it up for. It does have a forward motor mount right there. The frame rails are metal, the shocks are metal, the gears inside the diffs, which I was able to take a look at, they were metal as well. Steering linkage is metal, servo horn is metal, a lot of metal on the car, a lot of adjustability. The shock points adjustable, the body posts adjustable, the bumpers adjustable, the ride height terrific, the clearance is absolutely terrific, the speed great for a rock racer. I really enjoyed it out there. Dean's plug, T-plug, that's up top. So, we ran it on an Ovonic battery that was brand new. I think it was a 3S50C. I want to say it was an 8,000 milliamp. I did not check the amp voltage on it, and I wish I had, because it's a very cool, oh, you know what? Real quick, inside the box, they also give you a bag. Everybody's got one of these, right? If you don't get one of these in your bag, it's because they know you're serious and you already got one, right? So, yeah, but there's a gas can, some fire hydrants, some traction plates, that you can put on. There's also some extra pieces here for your linkage in case your linkage breaks. Very solid manual. Love the manual. The thing I love the most about the manual, I was able to turn the page straight away, is the ESC programming, okay? The programmable features that are on this ESC are running mode, drag brake force, low voltage threshold, start mode, maximum brake force. Oh, your start mode is your punch, how much punch you're getting right off the bat. Maximum brake force, your maximum reverse force, initial brake force, throttle range, and your timing, which is 0 degrees, all at 26.25 degrees. And inside the manual, it tells you what the standard parameters are, but then it also tells you how to do the programming for the other parameters. And the one that I should mention, I mentioned it pretty quick, but drag brake force right here can be set at 100%. So and you can also have 25, 50, 75, 100% drag force on this. So turning this thing into a crawler is a no-brainer. It can be done like that, You could just swap out the gears, or you can just decide that you're just going to, you know, maybe put some different tires on there and just take it a little bit easier. I suspect you guys in the crawling field would absolutely be swapping gears. And so, you know, but the reason I mention it is because your controller, which is the RCR2CE, can handle it. REDCAT here, you know, this is a $350 US price point. REDCAT here, I think, gave us a great amount of car or bang for our buck. You know, I love it. I love taking it out. And the only reason I'm not giving more footage than what you see is not only because my videos are always long-winded at Red Viking Hobbies, but it's because I'm trying to make them shorter, guys. I'm trying, okay? But is because when I went off a small little jump, I went and I broke the 11-tooth pinion for the diff in the back. Actually, you can see that's why that's loose, because I took it out there to make sure I could get that ordered up. But that was on me. I totally did that. The truck, you know, stood up for the rest of the, not the rest, but before that, you know, just immensely. It was terrific. And I even considered driving it two-wheel drive just to show you guys around how cool the thing is. But there's plenty of videos of guys out there doing that. One of the reasons why I wanted to do this video on REDCAT, because this is my 6th video that I'm going to be posting, is specifically because REDCAT gets some hate, but shouldn't. They don't deserve it. And I'm saying that because of price point. If you go and you put this up against other cars, and I don't want to mention them because I don't want to diss anybody, because God forbid, you know, I happen to find a car that I really like from those people and they're like, oh, well, yeah, but you trashed this other car. Well, you know, I'm going to feel pretty bad about that. And actually, that's the case with one of those companies right now. But what I was mentioning about the crawling, let's double back. REDCAT gives you a controller that actually has the steering dual rate on it. So for a crawler, that's absolutely terrific. And being able to set up the ESC for crawling, you know, our ESCs nowadays just aren't electronic speed control like they used to be way back in the day. You know, now they do a lot more than that. And so it's great when you're getting a manual that's going to give you the programmability and the info that you need and the customer service that you need. Let me tell you this. I had a question about the diff on this vehicle, and so I called them up because we're running a 1745 gear here, but I wanted to know what the gears were in the diff, and that's something that I didn't happen to see in the manual. They gave me the ratio, and I could have figured it out, but I don't want to go through the calculations. And so I called up. Second ring, customer service is on the phone giving me the answer. Now, how often do you get that? I can think of a handful of companies where you get that from, and I know you know who they are, but that's not common in the RC industry, especially when we start getting things from overseas and we start using companies over there where we're sending emails or we're waiting for information, you know. So that's one of the things I liked about REDCAT Racing. In addition, if you haven't bought REDCAT before and you're thinking about it, you've heard great things about the Gen 8, right? V2, which is out. This shares a lot of the same properties as that, so there's a compatibility crossover with all of the parts, which is another terrific thing. That's one of the things that I love. Traxxas, when they came out with the Hoss, they did the same thing. They made it so that you were able to cross over into parts, so it made it easier for everybody. You got a Rustler, you order a Hoss, and boom, you know, your parts are going, you know, back and forth. REDCAT is very similar in many of their models because I looked into it before I did this video. So the controller, pretty standard, steering reverse, normal, steering reverse, normal and reverse mode, bind button, throttle reverse. I'm not expecting you to see all this. As a matter of fact, I'm posting a picture. Your power and your status lights, which during the daytime, if you're in the bright, you know, Austin sun, pretty hard to see like any vehicles, but you just turn them, you get a little bit of shade on them from your lid right here, and you're able to see them perfectly. Throttle reverse, same thing, steering trim, throttle trim. It's pretty standard. I think I did notice a little bit of latency in the controller, but I do not know if that was on me because I did not do an initial ESC setup the way that I wanted it to with the battery that I was running. So I'm going to, as soon as I put this thing back together and she's running, I'm going to go and I'm going to test that out. But I don't think I don't think it was bad latency. I'll put it that way. So it's like I noticed it like a little bit when I was going, you know, with my takeoffs and with my reverse. I was noticing it a little bit, but I think that was me being oversensitive to it. I don't think that was something that somebody entering the hobby would notice. Please, if you're a REDCAT Wendigo or Wendigo, however it's said, runner, please make the point of mentioning that to me in the comments below, because I'd like to see what you think about the controller. Did you stay with this controller? Did you swap it over to something else, a Futaba or a Fly Sky Noble? Anyway, listen, enough from me. Red Viking Hobbies, please subscribe and check out this video. Okay, so I wound up breaking the rear plastic drive shaft. It just, it came apart right there at the differential. Not surprised. I mean, we really, we beat her up. I mean, we put her through some, tough. So you can see by my height, I'm about 5'10"-ish. You know how tall this is. I hope it's not like cutting off my head. In any case, this thing was a blast. The REDCAT Wendigo was absolutely awesome. Next time, maybe I'll be a little bit more delicate with her. But let's, take her in and give her some upgrades and then see how she does. Vehicle's a lot of fun. Really excited about it. Really awesome. REDCAT Viking, Red Viking Hobbies. Subscribe.